The Target 12 investigators are tracking a new angle in the opioid crisis involving a postal pipeline.
Federal investigators tell us hundreds of millions of dollars in illegal drugs come into the U.S. every year through the mail. It's gotten so bad, Congress is now involved.
And we found out local police are trying to help cut off the supply as well. Target 12 investigator Walt Buteau has the details you'll see only on Eyewitness News.
Target 12 checks court records every day, and we noticed local cases involving narcotics mailed to Rhode Island. But not even the work of local police is enough to shut down this postal pipeline.
Sticky. Good boy.
Cranston K-9 Zeus.
Good boy.
Is trained to sniff out a half dozen different drugs.
Hey, sit. Seek the gift.
And Target 12 watched as he tracked down a small bundle.
What do you got?
Of hidden heroin.
What do you got? What is it? What is it? Good boy. Here, good boy. Come here.
Zeus and Officer Greg Bruno are usually on the streets of Cranston.
Here. Good boy.
But this and other local K-9 teams often get called to help with federal cases.
Sticky. Probably 12 to 15 big cases involving large seizures.
A congressional investigation released earlier this year indicates hundreds of millions of dollars in drugs are being trafficked into the U.S. through the mail. When one investigator emailed foreign fentanyl dealers and asked, what is the best shipping method? The answer over and over was, we suggest the U.S. Postal Service only.
The profit margins are just staggering.
The Homeland Security Subcommittee examined 6 websites and 300 transactions that sent fentanyl to 43 states, including Rhode Island and Massachusetts.
Translates to about $760 million in fentanyl pills to sell on the streets of our communities.
Records show other illegal drugs, including cocaine and heroin, are mailed here as well.
Good boy, come on.
And sometimes alleged drug money is stashed that Zeus and other canines find in less than obvious packaging.
Good boy, come here. Good boy.
$45,000 in cash in one macaroni and cheese box.
In one macaroni and cheese box, if you can believe it. The odor of the narcotic eventually permeates that money.
A Postal Service spokesperson tells Target 12 there has been progress within the last 2 years, including almost 9 times as many seizures involving opioids. With the Target 12 investigators, Walt Buteau, Eyewitness News.
And our investigation into the postal pipeline continues new at 6 with an in-depth look at local cases involving tens of thousands of dollars worth of drugs shipped through the mail. New details at 6 in a Target 12 investigation, the postal pipeline.
Live at 5, we told you about a new twist in the opioid crisis. Hundreds of millions of dollars in illegal drugs shipped into the United States every year through the Postal Service.
And new at 6, a look at some local cases where drugs were shipped into Rhode Island and what police are doing to stop it.
Target 12 investigator Walt Buteau has the details.
One sign that drugs and drug money is mailed in and out of Rhode Island is when there's a seizure, but we found out those cases are only a small piece of the problem.
Good boy.
Zeus and other canines from across the state are one of the last lines of defense to intercept hundreds of millions of dollars in drugs that a congressional investigation alleges are mailed into the country.
Seek the gift.
Cranston officer Greg Bruno has worked with canines for 12 years.
What do you got? What is it?
And tells us the mail is just the latest trafficking trend.
Good boy, come here. Good boy. They always come up with new and creative ways of doing it. Good boy, come on.
This is one of the local cases involving Zeus sniffing out drugs or alleged drug-connected cash.
Sticky. Good boy.
The K-9 hit on a pair of packages mailed from Providence to Puerto Rico with more than $50,000 inside.
Seek the gift. The odor of the narcotic eventually permeates that money.
But as hard as police are working, the seizures are only a small sample of the drugs mailed into the U.S., according to a U.S. Senate investigation. 6 foreign websites were scoured over a 3-month period. 300 transactions for fentanyl were uncovered, heading to 43 states, including Rhode Island and Massachusetts. Investigators called the street value for the drugs mailed during just those 3 months from only 6 websites staggering.
Translates to about $760 million.
Postal Service officials say one key to shutting off the drug pipeline is requiring advanced electronic data, or AED, for foreign mail, so that deliveries from certain countries can be scrutinized closer. A U.S. Postal Service spokesperson tells us in the last 3 years, we have gone from receiving almost no AED on inbound shipments to achieving current levels at approximately 40%. A Senate bill has been proposed to require AED on all incoming foreign mail. With the Target 12 investigators, Walt Buteau, Eyewitness News.